Hello, Rink Rivals, and welcome to the Season 1 Mock Draft Media event. I am Scribbles McNasty, and I am joined here tonight with my two boys from Rinkside, Fatal and Haas. Fellas, how are you doing this evening?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Excited for the mock draft here. Ready to get going.
Oh, dude, I am super excited for tonight. I've been doing my homework, let's say, and I'm ready to go for tonight.
Yes, me too. I am super excited. I can't wait to get to it, but we will have to wait for just a second before we actually get to it. I figured before we do this, we will reiterate a couple of important things. We're going to start with just the dates, just as a reminder for everyone. I know we've hit this 100 times, but this is going to be the 101st. So obviously, right now it is March 3rd. We are doing this mock draft media event. And then in 1 week from tonight, it will be the actual draft. That is Sunday, March 10th. We will do the actual draft. So everyone, make sure that you tune in for that as well. And then just 2 days after that, captains, get you guys together. Practice on Monday if you can, because March 12th, Tuesday, is the start of the regular season. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I know you guys are also excited for this. So I think without too much too much else leading into it, we'll talk about the managers so far. Why don't we go ahead and get your take on it, Haas? What do you think about this pick of guys?
Um, what a what talents. I mean, you have bar down for zero pucks given. You got Huskies with Jailbert. Just gonna send it with Jelly. I mean, medium sized men with huge. Too accurate. The mighty Dex. He's definitely gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
I'm gonna
They
do
got
my
money.
best to say there to talk about that team. I'm gonna talk about them this time, and I'm gonna
It
call
might
them
need
the
to be
Decks,
mentioned a little bit, right?
the Mighty Decks, the
The
Mighty
Mighty
Decks.
Dex, yeah. Then you got Money Shot with Texas TK, Game Misconduct with Collinelli, and Never Go Full Bedard with Synergy. I love that he is our eighth and final captain there, and I love the team name. Absolutely love the team name.
Yeah, it's pretty good. What do you think, Fatal?
Just like Haas, the talent here is just crazy. Like you got Barr, who's well known around almost anywhere you play. Phenomenal winger there. Jalbert, Jelly, huge. The mighty Dex, they win championships everywhere. Um, Collinelli, as you see Collinelli here, he's always built a competitive team. This is the first look I'm going to see with Texas TK in Money Shot. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And Synergy played with him quite a bit, and I think we got a phenomenal group of management here.
Yes, yes, I very much agree. Three top end forwards, all first line forwards, two of the best goalies, and three number one D men. So I think it's about as good a talent pool as you can get. With that being said, for the draft, just quickly to reiterate the rules of the actual draft. So when we come to a week from now, we have 8 managers. There will be 8 rounds. Roster sizes, they have to have at least 7 people, and you can have up to 9. So you can have yourself up to 3 backups. There will be tradable picks, rounds 1 through 6. You can trade those picks if you want to do, however you want to package it. That's fine as long as you end up with the right number of players and everything's equal. So rounds 7 and 8 are optional because you only need to carry a max of 7 players. So you have to do those first 6 rounds. But I fully expect every captain, to be honest, to take advantage of rounds 7 and 8 to sort of fill out their backup roster. What do you guys think? Do you think anyone's not going to go with those optional
Uh,
rounds?
I 100% agree. I would not. I would do that because you never know when guys are going to be able to show up, and you don't want to short yourself. I've always been a fan of having at least three extra people. I think that's a smart idea. But yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. But hey, sometimes the captain's like, "Hey, I'm done. I don't care. I'm good. I got my team." And then that they get who they get, and then they might be the team later down the season that needs waivers all for like a week straight. But who knows?
yeah, I would expect to see your part-time guys go round, those later rounds. So, all right, I think really one of the big reasons we're here tonight is this right here. I know all the captains are itching for it. I know all the players are itching for it. Is the draft order reveal. We have ourselves our little ping pong ball machine there on the left, and all the slots ready to go as we will start picking out who gets what pick in what order. And I think if you guys are ready for it, chat, I believe you're probably ready for it too. I want to see some people start thinking who's going to get that first overall pick. So feel free to drop a name, who you think it's going to be. I'm excited. I think we go ahead and start off with number 8. Y'all ready?
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go. Who's going to get the last pick in the first round?
Collinelli. Collinelli gets those back-to-back 8th and 9th picks. That's some people really like those back-to-back picks. So that'll be
See,
interesting to see how he pulls that off.
I think he has an advantage that way, right? Like, yeah, maybe you're not getting the number 1 overall pick, but you're at least getting a talent, especially in this draft pool, and then you get another really good talent right after. So
Yes.
I think it's kind of actually an advantage to be in the 8th spot.
Yeah, I like the double picks. That's always helpful. You can get 2 guys you want, back to back. So number 7, we have. Oh, it's really randomizing.
Here comes the ball.
Jalbert.
Oh, Jalbert getting the 7th.
That's a good spot for him. He's so versatile that he can. There's a lot of things you could do with those late round picks. So that'll be good for him. Coming in number 6, we
All right, who's it
have
going to be?
Jelly.
Ooh, Jelly.
This is a guy who.
He's gonna full send it with that 6th pick.
Yeah, he could have been a first overall pick himself. So it'll be interesting to see who he goes for, what route he takes, that 6th pick. All right, number 5. Here we go.
Oh, it's a red ball.
Bar down and 0 pucks given. Getting the 5th pick.
All right. That means goalies have the first, 2 goalies in the top 4. Huge in Texas. Gonna be able to get their big guys.
Another red ball.
He drew huge there, boys, and with the 4th pick.
Speak of the devil, there's one of the better goalies in the draft. So he'll have his chance to get one of his main guys, not have to worry about getting taken.
All right, let's see who gets in the top. Our top 3 is gonna be a good one here. Let's see who it is. Number 3, another red ball. All right. Ooh, Texas.
The other
TK.
goalie. Yep, Texas with the 3rd overall pick. There are plenty of choices for that. So.
All right, so we're down to the new guy, Synergy, right?
Yep.
And who else we got here yet?
That would be.
Oh no, not too accurate.
Yep. Too accurate.
The 2 new guys, right?
Yep.
They are added dudes. So who is gonna win the draft lottery for season 1 of Rink Rivals?
The 2nd overall pick will go to Synergy, one of the better left D-men in the league, and certainly a well-rounded player himself. And that leaves 2 accurate, getting the 1st overall pick. Accurate, you are free to choose whoever it is that you want. So I know he's got a list, and he's going to check it twice, and he's going to go scoop up the best player, in his opinion, in the whole draft.
Yeah. I think we all know who Too Accurate is going to go for 1st overall. To be honest here.
Well, that's a bold. I know who he wants. I know some people that he is interested in, so there's no doubt. Um, but we will save that for another discussion, another day. Here we have it: the draft order, logos laid out. The mighty Dex will get their guy. Whoever it is that he's looking at, he'll have them. So, and yep. So Mighty Dex, never go full Bedard, money shot, medium-sized men, 0 pucks given, just gonna send it. Huskies and game misconduct rounding out the draft order for season 1 coming up in 1 week. 1 week. But for tonight's event, the mock draft. So we did the exact same method of choosing names. I will let everyone know that we picked these ahead of time. So this part is not actually live. And it is already unfair. But whatever. We'll see if your statement comes true. I actually
man.
don't know the order. I did not watch it specifically so that it would be a surprise for me right now. Okay, we got me going last, Rag Guy going 5th. Cruel Bloom 4th. All right. One of the best right D-men in the league right there. And vice president. Haas, you get a guy's 3rd pick right in the middle of the round.
Yep.
Who gets number 2? Basar with the 2nd. And that leaves, oh man, this guy.
The guy that's not going to get drafted in the actual draft gets the number 1 pick. That's not fair.
Oh, that hurts. I felt that
Let's
one right to my
go,
core.
guys. Let's go.
Congratulations, Fatal, with your 1st overall pick. I'm interested to see who you will pick up in that, but I will let you know one of the things you can do, and one of the reasons we did this early was to work this out right here. You can trade picks, and so we already have a pick trade as Team Czar, Team Center, and I'll explain that in a second, and Team Right Wing, Team Rag Guy got together. They traded, I believe Czar is getting picks 1 and 4 in exchange for Rag Guy getting picks 2 and 3. So Czar will have 2 first-round picks and then not pick again until the 4th round. So we'll see if that pays off for him. Rag Guy will not pick in that 1st round, but he will have 4 picks in rounds 2 and 3 alone. So it'll be interesting to see which of those strategies actually ends up paying off a little more. I'm curious to see how that goes. But let's talk about just the rules real quick of the mock draft. I just want to run through it. We are going to do 5 rounds. There are 6 of us. We're going to do 5 rounds. We are each drafting from a particular position. So you see Team Center is Czar, right wing is Ragai, Team Left Wing will be Haas, Team Left D will be me, Scribbles, Team Right D will be Cruel Bloom, and Team Goalie will be Fatal. And our goal is to draft a 6-man squad that we could field on the ice. So that is really about it. We will do just that. And I think unless there's anything else we need to do ahead of time, I think we just roll right into it.
I'm excited. I get to pick something.
That's rigged. All right.
Alrighty.
Sending it in.
So we're all in here. There is 6 of us in this voice chat right now. There is
Yes.
all of us. And here we go.
I will introduce the other ones real quick. All of, obviously, Facear, Cruel Bloom, Ragai, Fatal, Boss, and me round out the 6. Here we go. First pick. That was quick.
1 sec.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, let's get it going.
Easy reel. No surprise. None at all.
All right.
Look at that back-to-back picks. Faney and prime time back-to-back.
Not even remotely surprised to see either of those. They are 2 of the best players I've ever seen play this game. And
My
that brings
turn
us
now.
to team left wing.
Uh.
Haas. What will he do? Oh, and this was your actual pick, Czar.
Yeah. Not,
What a good
not the
pick,
traded
to
one.
believe it or not.
Actual pick, yeah.
All right, and as you guys can tell, this is what the actual draft will look like. We'll have the current pick right there. We have our next 5 picks lined up on the right. On the top, we have the last 5 picks on the right bottom side. Premier player picking up a center right off the bat, trying to hold it down up the middle. I believe he's a center. Yes.
Yeah, he's a center. He's a really good two-way center.
I played with him elsewhere, and he's a pretty good center. So
Back on the clock.
So
Yeah, that was real quick. Crew Blue.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as you guys can see, when the pick is made, you can see the player's ESHL stats. So that's hitting the EA API directly as soon as this player is picked. That's fetching their stats from all of their 6s and ESHL games so far this season in all facets.
So that is like current to the moment.
To the moment, exactly. As soon as they pick it, it hits the API.
Chum Lee. Oh man, that is a forward line of Czar, Chumlee, and Primetime. Oh boy. Okay.
Familiarity right there. Going with familiarity.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Let's see if I get my guy here. What? Oh no, you already took him. I'm instantly falling behind.
So far we have Saney gone, we have Primetime gone, we have Premier Player gone, we have Chandler gone, and we have Chumlee gone.
Yep, I'm typing in mine right now to take. There we go.
Czar's going right for the jugular right off the hop here.
yeah, he is.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. He has
That's a
come
juicy
out,
pick.
come out of
Yes.
the woodwork this scouting season. He's been great.
He's a real good player in a lot of positions, actually. And for that, you come to Team Left D, Mr. Snow Owen. Welcome to do it.
That puts you back in the clock.
Oh, that puts me right back on the clock. I gotta
Yeah.
make another choice. Glad you said that. I started looking away. All right.
Don't worry, I'll be here to help out. I have a long time before those next picks.
Yeah, I'll take some advice. Oh, I can't take a person who's currently drafting. I'll take another
Correct.
guy.
So just for the viewers at home, we're moving the managers from the draftable sheet, and also everyone that is picking is also not on the drafted sheet here.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh.
For those that don't know, this dude is legit. Real good. Left wing. Top notch.
Haven't played with him, but as you can see,
Haven't
his
either.
stats show that he's got to be decent. but I'll take your word for it, Scribs.
Yeah. I've played with him other places, and he is a team carrying kind of player. So he can do it all. As a left wing. He's a left wing specifically. All right. And that brings us right back to team. Oh, no. For the first pick for team right wing, we will see. All right. One of the highest stat numbers
Wow.
in the draft.
Smokes.
This guy.
He must
Haven't
play
seen
more
him
Ds.
play.
Or is this Six's numbers?
Some would say potential ringer.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what it seems like.
he's got 4,000 points. So that's pretty good.
You know that he holds the controller the correct way.
Speaking of people who hold the controller in crazy ways, here comes Swizz. I'm pretty sure his controller has 4 different left triggers on it, so that he can spin from any angle. Not surprised to see him going to Team Right D. Well-known group right there.
It's on me now, right? Yeah.
I
It'll
believe
be
that
on
brings
you,
us to
Haas.
Team Haas, Team Left Wing.
All right. And I'm only doing this because I know how they play, and I love playing with them.
Ooh,
Okay.
Mr. Michigan himself.
Don't let that
he
fool
was
you.
he was on my list of right wings to look at. So you took him from me. Took him right out from under me. And that'll bring us back to Team Right Guy. Picks up Hoodler. There's a little familiarity as well. There's 2 people who have played together a little bit and know each other. And that will be beneficial to the instant team chemistry, because you got to remember, these teams, once drafted, will have to play very quickly in the actual show. You know, they only get 1 day in between draft and the start of the season. So we got to make sure that you pick guys that know each other a little bit.
Which means, captains, you should be trying to break up those lovebirds.
Okay. Fatal picking up Whispers. He was a very good player throughout all the combine. I saw quite a lot of him, actually. I liked what I saw. I believe he plays center. Am I correct in that?
That he does.
Whispers,
Played
yes.
right wing for a lot of the games that I've played with him. He's been real solid.
Yep, center
Okay.
right wing.
And you go
That's
right
on my
back
list
to
as
it,
well.
Fatal.
Yeah.
We are on round 3. This is the joy of snake drafts. You get these multiple back-to-back picks as well. You will notice that we are already done with the first 2 rounds. So it will slow down a little bit, as people got to start digging a little deeper in the depth chart. But for the most part, these things will move fast. Hood Stank. I don't know this one. Tell us, Fatal.
This is someone's ringer 120%. That's why I just want to put him up here so everybody can get a look at this.
Oh,
It's just
I
pointing
love
them
it.
out.
I love it.
Okay. And for another double round of picks, Zara, how you doing over there? You just chilling with your feet up?
If only, I'm intently trying to make sure no one picks up my players.
Why don't you go ahead and send me their names, and I'll make sure they don't get picked up. Ooh.
Just DM'd you over. Ooh, there's one gone.
Yeah, I bet there is.
Yeah, that was
He was
literally
on
the
mine
next
too.
guy. That was literally the next guy I was gonna put. Thanks, dude.
He is a top-end defensive talent right there. Bane is one of the better ones.
So now we got Right Guy building out his defensive corp after building out that solid
There you go.
first line.
Clearly. Oh, see, that was my next pick. So, god damn it, you got him.
Round 3 going on a run for defense here.
Well, we already know what the last round is, so.
Yeah, right?
I
Well,
might
I'm
have
assuming
spoiled
I
it.
should-
Never mind. Here
I was
goes
gonna
one of
do
the
that.
top,
Well, here you
top
go.
goalie
Yeah,
prospects
never
right
mind.
there.
Cruel Sid. Fuck
Lippy
that.
going in the 3rd round, first goalie off the board that
Right.
isn't drafting
Oh, how many-
or that is draftable.
Yeah, I was spoiled.
Congratulations, Lippy.
5th round.
You really,
run.
yeah, he showed off a lot in the 12s, for sure, and I believe he played some combine as well. So, a top end goaltender right there. And we are back to Team Raga. It feels like we're just constantly on you right now.
That's what happens when you make
Settle
those trades.
down.
You get those trades, so you stack yourself with them in the middle rounds, and you go for an overall team rather than high end.
Oh, okay. He's filling out the defense.
Damn, I had him on my list too. But
Yep. Mine too.
I already picked the right D, so I'm good.
So now my questions for Scribbles is: so you got Mr. Snow Owen. Where are you slotting him in, or will we find out through your next set of picks? 'Cause he can play a lot of places.
He can indeed. But I will get somebody else's ringer right now. Oop, I got, if I can remember to type pick. Here we go. Welcome to Team Lefty.
Ooh.
Benzet, who has the highest points per game of anyone in the draft, captains included.
Wow.
His PPG is 4.1. So
Now the question there is will it carry over into sixes? I know he plays a lot of threes. Will the amount of players on the ice affect that output?
no. No, it won't. If you're that good at threes, you are that good at sixes. But that leaves me picking again.
Sounds like you were talking to Beerus before this.
I don't know how to type his name. Come on. Is it I think it's an I. There it is. My boy. Playing right D with us.
Really?
Come on down, Mello.
Oh,
Really, Scribbles? Pick before me.
Come on,
took
buddy.
him right off my board.
Let's go.
Oh my god, that's who I was going with here. Okay.
He was my next pick too. So
Dude, this is why the snake
Scribs is
draft is the
messing us
best.
all up here.
This is why the snake
Okay.
draft is the best. This
Mello
why.
is legit. The fact that he
need to-
waited till the 4th round is wild on its own.
I need to just do one check real quick here. Lefty only. So I got to choose lefty only. I'm going to go wild here. I'm going to pick up the first part-time player.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think I know who this one is.
I do too.
Ross, we were talking about him before
We were.
on air.
Yes, we were.
So I need defense, and I'm going to take someone that is going to lead the power play here with Rufio.
That's a good one.
Called it, Haas. We called it.
We did. We did.
Which means I will be giving out
Rufio in the 4th round.
I'll be giving out a
Yeah.
handcuff pick after we end the 5th round of who I might stash to cover those part-timers.
Yep. Well, if he wasn't part-time, he would not be in the 4th round.
No,
Absolutely not. No.
For sure.
I would have used the first round pick on him.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
You son of a.
right? Backside.
All of them are going now.
Another one that
Backside.
I was looking at real hard.
Frax had a guy that is probably not going to fall to the 4th round either.
No, not with certain captains.
Especially with 2 former Mighty Decks in the captain pool.
Yes. And that brings us to Team Haas. Left wing, what you got? Things slowing down just a little as we got to start thinking a little harder.
Yeah, our brains are working, but
Ooh.
That's a good one. This is another new guy who showed up in the combine, who showed up in the 12s, and I've seen nothing but solid play out of him. So I will not be surprised when I call his name during the draft. The Ploop. The one and only Ploop. Hey, Czar, you finally get to pick again.
I mean, if only someone didn't pick up my...
Oh, all of your players?
Yeah.
yeah, all of your players.
That's tough. You got 2 first-round picks, so I don't want to hear you complain about losing out on people.
Well, you would too if you were...
Absolutely. I'd have taken that trade in a heartbeat.
Oh, God. I'm using the
course.
wrong... I'm using the pickup and not the pick.
Come on.
This
Like,
Get it
That's perhaps
together.
that's perhaps
Like
you have to
a
wait 3
noob.
rounds to pick.
Yeah, it happened when I was testing. My
It's
bad.
okay. It's okay. Czar, you're new to the league, so it's fine.
You'll get it.
Here we go.
Nice.
Mr. Righty himself.
Lebronto. For those that don't know, very talented right D man, Lebronto. He will go very well with Rufio. One of them's bound to be leading the charge.
Formerly Rock Boys, if anyone remembers that gamer tag from back in the day.
Yes, and a former teammate of yours, I believe.
Former teammate of mine, yes.
So here we are into the final pick of round 4 and first pick of round 5. We have Team Fatal. Who are your last 2 picks? You get your last 2 right here.
Yep.
Sabrangi, another excellent defensive pickup.
I literally was in between him and Rufio. If Sprangy was playing lefty and had righty available, I was slotting him in. But
So I would be slotting
pass up
myself
Rufio.
into right D, and I would be putting Sprang on lefty there. That's what would happen.
Okay.
So now my final pick here.
You got 1 spot left to fill, and it is. You would technically need either a goalie or a D-man.
Chris Bailey with the call up. Nice.
Son of a bitch.
Nice.
He showed me a lot of great things
He
in
did.
the scouting combine.
Yep.
And definitely I would give him a shot, 100%.
Yeah, he did very well during the combine.
Yeah.
So I'm not super surprised to see his name coming up right now. And that brings us to the final pick for Team Czar and Team Center.
Oh, I'm in between.
And
I'm
here's-
in that here.
And we're looking at goalies. Everybody's looking at goalies right now.
Oh my god. I gotta do this. I had him as number 1 on my board.
We're gonna fight.
Oh, I already know who it is. If you're that
Right.
reluctant to do it, he's getting my guy.
Okay, no.
All right.
You're fine.
Oh no,
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is a good one.
He
It's
definitely
not-
he showed up and showed out in games that I played
He's
with and
got-
against him. He
Okay.
was killing it.
That's pretty good. Good stats.
There was another goalie that I was in between too that I hope if it doesn't get selected here, we'll get a shout out.
I can't let him go. I just can't. I mean,
that's a solid goaltender. As
I
long
can't-
as he's in the game, then
That's right.
he is
that's
a
right.
game
It's a
changer.
risk. It's a risk. But
That's why you need him on before to do a warm-up game before league game. That would be the thing I would be going in with.
right.
So in round 6, Team Haas is also taking a goalie.
Is there a part-time goalie?
Yeah.
Here we go. Cruel. Okay. Oh. I don't think this pick would actually work in the real draft.
Why wouldn't it?
Is Atri in the draft?
Atri is back in the draft part-time.
Back in part-time. All right.
Yep.
Never mind. I stand corrected.
So
I was
you
about to
gotta-
ruthlessly make fun of you,
You
Easy.
got savvy lefty here.
Yes, Atri. Excellent. All right. Last 2 picks. Here we go.
Ooh, Buzz Ferda.
He's got
I
a
don't know
lot
who-
of freaking games played. Over
Yeah.
1,000 goalie games.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means.
Okay.
but
He was someone that I was.
He's got
I don't know
76
what that
shutouts.
means.
He's played a lot. He's ready to go.
Okay, and that leaves the final pick, Mr. Irrelevant, and I get just a lot of pleasure out of calling him that. Here we go. I could always move Snow Owen to goalie and pick up a top end center, but I really wanted to call. Oh, really? Oh, there we go. Mr. Irrelevant,
Error.
Bishop.
Ooh.
Get in here, bud.
Ooh, he was on my list too.
You might be frustrating, but you are a good goalie. There's just no doubt about it.
Look at
All right,
these
so there
There
we
we
have
go.
it.
Ooh.
We did it.
Teams. Look. Oh man, look at that forward line on Team Center. Primetime, Chumley, Faysar. That's a
That seems
that's
pretty
a
stacked.
solid group right
Yeah.
there.
Pretty good.
Man, that is a good team all around. Zar, you did a good job.
I mean,
I might have done this once or twice before.
it also helps when you have 2 first-round picks. Let's be real.
Right.
That is true.
Yep, it really does.
Yep. But that
I-
being said,
Hey,
right,
I had some wingers that are ringers that I haven't talked about yet that we're gonna slide in for Chum if I didn't get that first round pick.
oh yeah,
So-
you have
and
you have backups.
he's still on the board. Still on the board.
Okay, yeah, well,
There's
look, I'll
lots
tell
of good
you.
people on the board.
Yeah,
Yes,
there was
exactly,
tons.
Yeah.
I think the one positive thing to look at here, there isn't a bad team there. They're all great.
I see.
And the first
I'm still
the
typing.
first 20.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm still typing with
yeah.
the other
Yeah.
goalie that I was in between
Yeah.
him and Sinless Legend. Sethi was putting on a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you
and
typing
he-
in general chat.
eh,
You
he
will
also-
get picked.
Yeah, 9 teams. Literally, I was in between Sinless and Sethi, and Sethi can also play right wing as well, just as well. But
Yes, and it is important to note that we are only doing this with 6 teams. There will be 8 teams in the actual draft, so
And more
things
rounds.
will. Yeah, exactly. More rounds, more teams. So there will be significantly more players taken. So if you did not get into this mock draft, do not fear. There are always good chances that you will make it into the actual draft. But because there are still players on the draft board that are just, I mean, they could be top 2 rounds, you know. So
you got Demon like Earl. You got a forward like Zoob.
Spudweiser, Zoob,
look-
yeah, for sure.
Look at these guys that came in, like Black
Hey,
Ops
Logan.
Pro that's been killing it.
Black Ops Pro.
Like,
I had him on my
in
list as
all-
well.
In all the scouting, same with Tyler.
Yeah,
I think
Tyler's been
Tyler
putting
in
up some
in the
numbers.
scouting was putting up big numbers too.
Yes, so
Lots
plenty
of
of
good wingers.
yeah, lots of good wingers, lots of good talent all around. So these, I will say though, those are some good looking teams right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think everybody did a great job. I think Czar bullied into getting that trade done, though. I just want to throw that out there. But nonetheless, all the teams look fantastic. They look solid all the way around. I think
Uh-oh, we're losing fatal. So, but yes, all the teams are super stacked. They looked very, very good. I'm certainly not displeased with the squad that I picked up right there. That would be, as long as those forwards can get together and build a little chemistry, they will do some serious work because they're all top end talent. And I do want to point out how quickly that went. Like we just did a
Right.
whole 6 rounds, 5 rounds draft. We have 6-man teams, and we did it in about 35 minutes. So
That's
that is
right.
one of the joys of a snake draft is you do not have to spend 3 hours putting your team together. We got this done quickly, and those teams are all looking pretty good. So
Yeah.
Which means hopefully
So-
they can play together the same night.
it's yes, you can get together right there. Everyone can jump in their discords and start organizing and getting on the ice as soon as possible because you don't have long before you got to put it together for real.
Well, that's the joy of starting the season so soon, right?
That's right. That's right. So we got a good example right there of how that 8th round pick and that 1st round pick with those back-to-back picks can really sort of stack a team quickly. So Colin Ellie, I feel you, buddy. I was in that position, and I think I did pretty well. I think I got a solid group, and we're in pretty much the exact same position because he's a D-man as well. So it can easily be done from either end of the draft order, and just to run through that draft order one more time, you can see it right there on your screen. We have the Mighty Dex first. Never Go Full Bedard, fantastic name. Money Shot, also hilarious. Medium-sized men, 0 pucks given, just gonna send it. The Huskies, and rounding it out with game misconduct. That is from 1st to 8th, all the way through. I am so excited to see how this actually breaks down. It'll be
Gonna be a good
something to
draft.
see.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a good draft. I'm excited for it.
Just
Yes.
think what we went through tonight. Like we were picking each other's picks left, right, and center at some point. So just imagine with 8 teams, and it's gonna be a wild ride, and it's gonna be so interesting to none the least.
You got to
Yeah.
have your draft board ready at any given time. Someone going to be taken. So you either have to have a strategy that you know you're going to take the best player available and then fill out your roster afterwards, or your strategy has to kind of lay its plan out. So if you're going to take a position, take it, but make sure you're taking the right guy.
100%.
Yeah, it's very easy, as everyone saw, for someone to take Melo and make everyone else mad.
One pick before. Oh my god, I
Yep.
had him number 1 as who I wanted on right D. I was like, I can trade back. I'm gonna get Melo. They're not gonna think about him. There's too many D men here. I'm gonna be golden. One pick before. I'm like, you son of a gun.
No, that is the joy of the snake draft. You don't have to worry about bidding or anything. You just get the guy you want.
Yeah, if you want a guy, get him. You don't
That's
gotta
right.
wait. Because you never know who's coming up next. There's no, hey, this guy's being bidded on now and everyone has a chance. No. You want him, you go get him. Because if not, there's no guarantees.
Yeah,
That's right.
100%.
Yes, so super excited for that to go through. Now, I think real quick before we wrap it up, let's just hit those dates one more time, and we'll take a quick look at what is coming up. Obviously, this was the mock draft in 1 week from tonight, the actual shebang, Sunday, March 10th, draft night. We will have all 8 captains or managers, I apologize. We'll have all 8 managers ready to go, and they will have to do what we just did, but more so. And then 2 days after that, the regular season begins, and we get to see just how good a job they did getting all these guys, and hopefully they can get everyone together and practice in. Because I can't wait for that Tuesday to make the call. I'm super excited for the season to get started.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
You-
coming
you-
fast too.
You really can't, this has been a while in the making, Rink Rivals, and to see it come full circle coming up to the draft, it's going to be fantastic to see. I want to wish all the managers out there the best of luck in their draft and the best of luck in the season. It's going to be one hell of a ride.
Yes,
100%.
yes, should be good parity across the league. I'm super excited for it. So I think with that, we hope everyone has enjoyed the mock draft event. This was certainly fun. I had a good time putting everything together. I had an even better time actually using this system. I want to let everyone know that it is so easy to do what we all just did. I had no practice. I had never tried it. I intentionally did not know how to do it before the instant I started typing on live air. That is how easy it is. I learned it as I went, and I drafted the best team out of all of us. So that's
Oh,
that's
boy.
impressive. With no practice, I was able to pull that off. That is how simple we have made it here. And the presentation was fantastic. Rye Guy, I want to thank you for putting all those together and building that. That it was fantastic to watch.
Of course, super pumped for next week. It's gonna be awesome. Excited to see how it all goes down. Excited to get the season started.
History
Yeah.
in the making.
That's right. And I want to remind everyone to tune in tomorrow to these 2 guys right over here. Whoop, this way. Right over there. To the left of me. That is Fatal and Haas. They will be doing Rinkside tomorrow. Is it 7:00, guys?
Yeah, it will be at 7:00, and we're gonna be having Colonelli, Jalbert, and 2 Accurate on. So you do not want to miss that.
Okay.
That is a crew.
That is
Murderers
quite
row
the
right
group.
there.
Yes, good. I hope you have something to like edit to beep out every time things are said. So it'll be an interesting conversation with those three on board. So that is 7 o'clock tomorrow, Rinkside with Fatal and Haas. And with that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and keep the rivalry alive. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, great job, guys.